Okay, Airsoft. Today is our first video talking about how to make the Tokyo Marui Saiga 12K HPA safe. Because even before I bought this replica, I saw the post, I saw the videos about people breaking different parts, internal parts of the Saiga after converting it to HPA. Some blamed it on the tap that they use to make it hold M4 magazines or a drum mag. Some people blamed it on switching a nozzle out or putting the PSI too high. In the end, I don't care. I just want it all to be safe, and I know that this only happens when people convert it to HPA, or at least that's when people are really talking about it or writing about it. So this is what I've done. First of all, to disassemble the 12K, or in this case the 12K SBS, you can find other YouTube videos from Jaeger, or there's another one that I really liked. His channel is called Operator Krampus, and he did a really good video about this. I think it was called something like Why Your Saiga Breaks. And I'll tell you what they found. In summary, they broke a nozzle, I guess, and they tried, thankfully for us, a bunch of the different third-party CNC aluminum nozzles. And after their testing of them, they decided that this one was the best one. This red one is the one that comes from Tap Airsoft. And they said that the spacing of the little post in the middle here is what helps it so BBs don't get stuck in the middle areas. They said that was happening with the other nozzles. There's a black one, there's a blue one. Anyways, this is great and all, but it did not fix or address the whole issue. The whole issue, if we look at the OEM part, this is where the piston connects and then pushes the air out, okay? So this part here would technically be a break point if you switch to a CNC aluminum piston. So we highly recommend not doing that. Or I shouldn't say the piston, I should say the nozzle. The piston, the blue part that is protected inside the nozzle, that's fine to switch out for the blue CNC machine one, but the nozzle, you don't want that because then you'd have aluminum hitting against the plastic. So now they actually have, where before it was just this nozzle part, now they have the back part of it that can be CNC, made out of CNC aluminum as well. And I plan on putting that together with this red nozzle, and then I can use, this tri-nozzle here, and then I can use the aluminum rear nozzle, so everything will be aluminum, and theoretically not going to crack any of these plastic or polymer parts. Okay, so that's the first step. The next step, this guy here, these are the barrels, and so they go in like this. I just pulled them out, and once again, you can see on the disassembly video how to do that. This piece actually hits right in here. There's a little piece. Let's see if I can get this. There's a little ramp, a guide ramp that's spring-loaded, so you can move it out of the way like that. And when the nozzle comes forward, it throws the BBs in there and they get shoved to the left, right, and up so that it loads 3 at a time. And then this nozzle comes in, moves that ramp out of the way, and then goes in just like that. So you can see how this could be a problem over and over again with an aluminum nozzle and plastic parts here. So these are basically 4 parts. You can see the line divides it right here. This is a part here. Then the big part that holds the barrels is another part, and they go together and are held together with these 2 screws. And then there's the ramp and the springs that hold the ramp, and I'll show you that. And then inside here, there are little tiny ramps in here that make the BBs go left, right, or up or down. And then there's a hole right in the center, and that's where the little post in here goes, okay? So this part has been breaking as well with the little hole in the center. This is called part ASG5, I believe. And that, before this video, had no third-party manufacturer, okay? They made this part and this part just recently, even the ramp recently. Tap Airsoft was making them. I had some printed up. So I went on to 3D Cult, the website, and found a really cool user named I'm Broke, and he had made 3D designs for these two pieces. And I printed them out, and they're awesome. So please go over, and if you want to get that design, feel free. And leave him a donation, please, because he did a lot of this work and just had him up there for free. And still does, I believe, at least these parts. So, but this does not have the part in the center. So I messaged him, I said, hey, can we get that ASG5 part? He said, I'm going to work on it and get it to you. At the same time, I was on some Reddit post, and one representative of TAP contacted me, and I said, hey, we got these parts too. And sure enough, on their website, they have this part and the ramp piece, but no ASG5. And I asked him, and he said, hold on. And then about 30 minutes or an hour later, he sent me a link, and the webpage had been updated to include ASG5 as a part. So I don't know if they already had it or if they did it right then when I asked for it, whatever, right on TAP Airsoft, because they were on the ball with that. So he sent me a link, and it is under beta, meaning that you might have to submit feedback if you want it. It might not be working the first time, but after they get it all working and iron out the kinks, they send you the most up-to-date version if you're a beta tester. That unfortunately is only for in the United States. You can get the part outside the United States, but you're not going to be part of that beta program with all the shipping and stuff. So I will do it for you. It's in the mail and it's coming. Now, these are the parts I printed off of Unbreakable CAD files, and it does fit very well. And the pieces can be drilled together there. So everything seems to be working great. But once again, that's still the problem with aluminum on plastic, which, you know, if it breaks, at least you have parts to fix it with. But look what I did. Boom. I had them printed in aluminum. Now, this is not CNC. This is a different process of 3D printing with aluminum that does it with aluminum powder and some lasers, and it's normally kind of expensive here, but I found a place that did it, and my price per piece came out to like $30 to $50, which is about, you know, the price of this one here as well. But I just really wanted to try. So this is aluminum, you guys. It's been glass bead finished, meaning blasted with glass beads, so it's relatively smooth. The problem is these are not tapped to accept the screws, but I noticed that it's held together with friction pretty well, and once I got it in there, it was not coming out. So I'm not, oh sorry, other side, haha, that would do it. So I'm really not worried about it, and I think I'm gonna try it. But once again, I'm waiting for the last ASG5 part to come in. Then I'll have this in all aluminum and this in aluminum, and it will be able to fit together. And any parts that don't fit together well, I'm going to be sanding down myself. And I've got the equipment for doing some things like that just to kind of fine tune it. So if you want to do that, you can. You can go to 3D Colts, get the part from Unbreakable, and then have them printed on. I used Craft Cloud, and I found a place overseas that was able to do it relatively cheap. So for those of you who have broken this part or are scared about breaking it, I'm going to do this for you, and keep on following, and you'll see my updated videos when I have these pieces all fine-tuned and put together to make the Unbreakable, or I should say, how about this? The HPA safe Saiga 12. That is the goal of these videos, but you can already see everything fits in pretty smoothly. And then hopefully we can crank the HPA PSI up above 80, because everyone so far is saying, you know, keep it at 80 or below, and people who go above 90 or 100 are the ones who are breaking things. All right, so this is the direction of the video. Stay tuned for part 2. Thanks for watching.